every year, 650,000 inmates are released from prison in the U.S., but starting a new life and getting back on track is very hard. And CCTV's Karina Huber has been looking at just how hard it is. Karina, you've been following the story. What are some of the major challenges in transitioning back into society? You've seen how tough it is.
Yeah, I mean, really, it is about jobs. And just to give you a sense of how difficult it is, here are some statistics that illustrate that. Now, men with criminal records account for about a third of unemployed men between the ages of 25 and 54. Men with criminal records are about half as likely to get a call back or a job offer. And studies show that going to prison reduces lifetime earnings by 40%. Now, of course, spending time in prison means an inmate is less likely to pick up marketable skills. But in addition, there's the stigma of being an ex-felon. Now, I recently met a young man convicted of a crime when he was 19. Now he's trying to turn his life around, but he hasn't been able to land a job.
Andre Scott is working on completing a Bachelor of Science degree in accounting at Rutgers University in New Jersey. The campus is a world away from where he was 2 years ago, a state penitentiary serving a 5-year sentence for robbery and drugs. Scott says he regrets his crime, but feels he's paid his debt to society and is ready to start a new chapter in his life. But moving on isn't easy.
I'm getting my degree, and I still find myself not being able to get employed because of a criminal history of a 19-year-old. I'm 26 years old. You would think that people would say, you know what, you learn, America's supposed to be the country of second chances, yet I cannot get one when it comes to earning a living for myself.
Former felons are barred from certain types of work where there are security concerns. But analysts say inmates are also unfairly stigmatized when asked about their criminal history up front. There's a move to persuade employers to remove the checkbox about criminal records on hiring applications for government and private sector jobs.
Advocates for the Ban the Box movement have long argued that having to disclose a criminal record in the application process by ticking off a box substantially lowers former inmates' chances of finding employment. It's a movement that seems to be taking off. U.S. President Barack Obama recently expressed support for it when he was last in New Jersey.
He signed an executive order banning federal agencies from doing background checks until later in the hiring process.
The federal government, I believe, should not use criminal history to screen out applicants before we even look at their qualifications. We can't dismiss people out of hand simply because of a mistake that they made in the past.
Large retail companies like Target, Home Depot, and Walmart have already banned the box on job applications, as well as 19 states.
A felony conviction should not be a permanent, permanent disability for getting a job.
Todd Clear is a professor at the Rutgers School of Criminal Justice. He has helped former felons find jobs. He says that by delaying disclosure until the interview, employers are more likely to take a chance.
They get to tell their story, and what it becomes is it becomes humanized. This is what I was like then, this is what I am like now, I'm a different person. And employers really are drawn to this idea that the person in front of me has had hard knocks and has been able to overcome them, and is a person who's going to be straight with me and tell me the truth about the situation.
Clear says employers have often said former inmates are their most loyal and hard-working employees.
If you give us the opportunity, put us on probation, I mean, make us sign some type of, I don't know, anything that gets me a job right now, I'm willing to do. Like, just give me an opportunity. Now, I'm willing to make the step of proving myself maybe the extra mile than you would ask someone else.